Tax return. What is a tax return? Is a generic term used to mean the form that you use to file your income tax every year. There are three kinds of forms going from the most simple to the most complex. The IRS prefers that you file the most simple return that you are eligible to file. The first one is the 1040EZ. It has several requirements, so not everybody is able to file using this form. It's a very simple form that can be used only by people that fall into the filing statuses of single or married filing jointly. We will talk about filing statuses in other videos. There is an age limitation. You have to be younger than 65 years and not blind. You cannot have dependents to use this form. If you have dependents, you have to use another tax return. Your taxable income has to be lower than $100,000. Your sources of income can only be wages, salaries, tips, unemployment compensation, taxable scholarships or fellowship grants, and taxable interest lower than $1,000. You cannot have any adjustments to income to be able to use this form, and the only tax credit you will be able to use with this form is the earned income tax credit. We will be talking about the meaning of each one of these topics in different videos. The second kind of tax return that you can file is the Form 1040A. This form can be used by people that still have a taxable income of less than $100,000, but they have dependents and they have other filing statuses different from just being considered single for tax purposes or married filing jointly. Or they have other additional sources of income than the ones mentioned for the 1040EZ. The additional sources of income would be interests, taxable interests that go over $1,000, ordinary dividends, capital gain distributions, IRA distributions, pensions and annuities, or taxable Social Security. With the Form 1040A, you can also have several adjustments to income, such as educator expenses, IRA deduction, student loan interest deduction, or tuitions and fees deduction. You can also apply several tax credits like child and dependent care expenses, credit for the elderly or the disabled, education credits, retirement savings contribution credit, child tax credit, additional child tax credit, and the premium tax credit. But if you are using a 1040A form, you cannot itemize deductions. If you do not comply with all these requirements, then you will have to file a regular Form 1040. At the end of the video, you will find slides with the filing statuses and sources of income and all that information for each kind of form.